All right. Okay. So we are going to be reviewing a trailer. This is my trailer reaction. I am Bernard Fields, and welcome to my channel. This is actually the first trailer reaction that I am doing, and I'm so glad you guys are here along for the ride. This is amazing. So, as you can all tell from here by the movie poster, we're going to be reviewing the Hulu special. I guess you could say it's a special. This is their Freaknik, the wildest party never told. Never told. But let me give you a little bit of history. I was in the 7th, maybe 8th grade when I first heard about the Freaknik. This is before it was really, really popular. It was kind of like this underground urban legend where you kind of, I had some friends who had older siblings that went to the Freaknik. So they came back with these tales, and you would hear around the lunch table where they would be like, man, the highway was jam-packed, and it was, nobody was able to drive. It was parties on the expressway, and it was this and it was that, and it was all type of like sex, drugs, and hip-hop and R&B, and it was just this crazy party. I was like, yo, that sounds super wild. And because I'm a church guy, I can't make it. And plus, I was in the 7th grade anyway, 7th or 8th grade. So it wasn't like I was able to get down there by any stretch of my imagination. But here we are, a good, I would say, 30 years later. 30 years later, and this documentary is coming out. The footage has been found, and oh boy, a lot of people are going to be like, oh my gosh, that's me. But without further ado, let's go ahead and let's take a look at this trailer. Let's get my reaction to this.
Every generation has a moment where they come just to have some fun.
Atlanta is the mecca for black people in America.
Yeah, that's true.
It has multiple historically black colleges.
In the 80s,
we said, let's plan a picnic during spring break.
let's call it Freaknik.
Wow.
Freaknik was the greatest black gathering in America.
It was like an entry point into the black cultural experience.
To be able to be in the middle of the street, dancing, laughing, playing your music, it's a moment.
This is what they said it was like.
The highway was a street party.
There wasn't even a word called twerking. It was just called booty shaking.
There wasn't no social media, barely had internet.
Doing Freaknik, stars started coming in. You would see Tupac, Outkast, Usher Raymond.
I'm having a ball out here.
I don't know what heaven looks like, but this seems like a version of it.
You was lit, okay.
The legacy of Freaknik is black joy, black self-determination,
black love, black excellence, black enterprise.
Okay. All right, let me pause it right there. A couple of things. One thing that they said that was so true. There was really no internet. There was no such thing as taking pictures with your phone and uploading it and sharing it in a text message or email or on a website. There was none of that. So it was really like he said, she said, urban legend type of stuff that we were hearing about. So yeah, this is wild. And then the second thing, the guy was talking about, like, you know, this was supposed to be, I guess, a representation of like black determination and this, that, and the third. Come on. Trying to add integrity to Freaknik. The name itself, Freaknik, doesn't say anything close to about integrity, black love, any of that type of stuff. It was literally just, from what I heard, just outdoor concerts and clubs. Sex and drugs. Like, that was it. Let's go back to it. Let's keep going.
But the legacy of Freaknik is also the ugly side.
Yes.
It started to get a lot more out of control. People were coming by the masses.
Yeah.
What
very
the
true.
Hell just happened? If you tried to bring back Freaknik,
yeah, this is going to be a good one.
The streets, the people, the debauchery.
Wow.
I saw insane.
Like that right there. That looks like one of those moments where it's like, I don't want to be on camera. I don't want you to be on camera. Get away from me, blah, blah, blah. And here we are 30 years later. Now, also, just to put this into perspective, when you say 30 years, these people who were, let's say 30. These people are 60 years old now who went to it back then. And those people were actually, I ain't gonna say they were creepers, but this was during the spring break. So these people who were maybe 30 that was hanging out with these people who were like in college, you know, possibly even some high schoolers got mixed up in that too, because it wasn't like they were checking people's ID or anything back then. It was a lot of wild stuff, I'm assuming, that was happening back then at that time. So you got people who were like 21, college. I'm talking about spring break. This was planned during spring break. You know, a lot of times people would go to Malibu and stuff, but they were like, nah, we gonna have our party right here in Atlanta, and they did that thing. So you had people that were in their 20s. You put 30 years on top of that. These people are no less than 50 years old, probably 48. I'm 46, and that's a stretch for somebody my age to have gone to the Freaknik, and they were like 16. It's possible. It's possible.
We had no inclination to the depth we were.
That right there, those people right there, that's proof right there. Those people, they're talking about we had no inclination. They were the ones, I'm assuming, that probably started the Freaknik. And these people look like, you know, good, you know, nice neighbors, citizens and stuff like that. But their past?
Creative.
Them kids ain't know nothing about Freaknik.
Man. Hey.
Trust me, your mom and daddy got down.
Hey. That's going to be nuts. It's going to be on Hulu, March 21st. I think I will be watching it. I think the wife and I were going to sit down and we're going to watch that together. And can't say we're going to reminisce, but we're going to have some jaw-dropping moments. So if you guys like this reaction to this trailer, you guys want more, please leave your comment. Go ahead, give this video a thumbs up, and please, please, please subscribe. This is the very first video of this channel. We're starting from 0, and we're going to keep on climbing all the way up into, well, the thousands. And also, we're going to be talking a whole lot more about other film stuff. So stick around, and I'll catch you guys later.